Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Tyrone. I'm one of the spokesmodels for the HIV Stops With Me campaign. I'm here with the October question of the month. The question is, have you ever experienced stigmatizing language or behavior when engaging with any healthcare professional about your HIV? Um, and I can honestly say, for me, I have I haven't really experienced any stigmatizing behavior, and that may be because, excuse me, when I was diagnosed, you know my story. I had to be put in a coma and all of this. So I stayed with my healthcare workers at the same hospital. I was at Nassau Community Medical Center, and I stayed there because that's where they held all my records at. And it was this one nurse who just she just knew everything. One time when they took me out of ICU, she was like, "Oh, he's good. You can take him out." They wanted to take me back, but she was like, "No, it's just his anxiety that's messing with him." So they kept me there, and she came and spoke to me, and my anxiety went down. But as far as any stigmatizing language, it hasn't happened. And like when I first became diagnosed with HIV, well, I had an AIDS diagnosis by the time I was diagnosed. When I first was diagnosed, it was more like um I could say I wasn't the same person now. I was more like I was hustling, I was selling drugs and shit. So it was more like on some thug shit, like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Like um it was, yeah, like I wasn't the type of person that was gonna take any bullshit. And I think as I'm thinking about it now, I don't even know what would have been considered stigmatizing language at that time because as I said, I was hustling, I was from the streets and shit, so I got diagnosed, and this wasn't just like a simple test, you know what I'm saying? It was when I went to the hospital, I was fucked up. I couldn't get out of bed. Um I had to be put in a coma. When I woke up, it was 2 weeks later. I couldn't walk and stuff like that. So I haven't experienced that. You know what I'm saying? I've had great experiences because everyone that was a part of my recovery has been there for me, and they actually guided me and gave me the guidance that I needed to. But there was one time, I won't say it was stigmatizing because it may be, but at the time I didn't know it. Because what happened was my mother knew my status, but what happened is I was going to be living with my aunt because when I was coming out, I couldn't walk, so I couldn't walk upstairs, so I couldn't go home with my mother. So I went home with my aunt, and one of the doctors came in the room and was talking about my HIV status. I said, he's been diagnosed with HIV. At that point, my aunt hadn't known about that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't realize until a couple of years ago that he had violated Article 27F. If you guys don't know about that, pull that up or shoot me a text, leave a message, hit someone up and say what's Article 27F. It provides protections for people living with HIV, people getting tested for HIV. Because under this article, even if you're tested for HIV under Article 27F, they can't say if you came out negative or positive. They can't say anything. You know what I'm saying? But if we get back to the thing at hand, I don't think I've ever been stigmatized by any healthcare professionals. I mean, I've been stigmatized at the healthcare facility. One time I can recall where I was there with my ex, and there was a person there, and they was like, "Oh, you faggots, this and that," and it was a transgender person. You know what I'm saying? So as I said, this was when I first got diagnosed. I was with the shit too, like whatever, and we got into it, and it got real ugly, and the healthcare professionals actually took my side after I told my story, and because they don't know who I was, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm me, like I don't sugarcoat shit, and this is me. And I guess from that point on, because I'm me and I'm a genuine person, I'm gonna say what's on my mind. I think I get treated with the same respect. And I think the major thing is because I've been at the same facility where I was diagnosed at, where I was in the hospital for 2 months, came out of the coma. So I've been at the same facility, and the doctors and nurses know my condition and they know me. And now that I'm on the campaign, they know who I am. They know the platform that I'm standing with, standing on, and that has my backing. And even as far as my employment now, you know what I'm saying, I'm in a position where it's like they have to take notice. So it's like they can't, because I know my rights. I know the ins and outs of what they can say and what they can't say. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But for me now, it's about helping other people not go through the stigmatizing actions and behaviors or health professionals or anybody else for that matter. You know what I'm saying? So, um, like my thing is that I'm a stigma warrior. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hardcore treatment advocate, and like I'm doing what I got to do to make sure that, as I've always said throughout everything I've spoken about, is that my thing is I want a level playing field for people living with HIV, the same as that people that aren't living with HIV. You know what I'm saying? Like we need a level playing field, and that means that there's no stigma. We're not being stigmatized for living with HIV, for our sexual habits or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can only speak about my experiences and say to anybody that is experiencing that we have people that's with you. My heart is with you, and reach out to Sheldon, reach out to the campaign, and we'll help you in in any way we can. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't have much to say about this because I haven't experienced it,